Hello, hello, hello. This is attorney Mike Gravel coming to you from Chicago as usual. And it is Wacky Wednesday. There is too much material to even deal with. I haven't even scratched the surface of what was sent to me. I had a busy day. I was out and about in Chicago. It was beautiful here, by the way. But I got some more. We got stuff from, we're back in Michigan, of course. We've also got Texas and Kansas. That's right. That's right. It might be Judge Webster, Webster's big day because I think she's qualified for a playlist at this point. Let's get the party started. We've got a lot to get to. Everyone is crazier than the last.
Court recalls the case. People versus Miss McNaughton.
Caitlin Kirby on behalf of the people.
All right, Ms. McNaughton, did you wish to plead to the impeding traffic?
Yes, but Your Honor, is there any way you can dismiss the charges? This is the first time I drove faster because my mother was sick.
I'm not dismissing. My understanding is you were going to be pleading to the impeding traffic.
Okay, Your Honor, I guess.
Well, is that what you want to do?
Want me to pay for it, I guess.
Well,
Yes, Judge,
I don't want you to do anything. My understanding is you were going to plead responsible to the impeding traffic.
Well, sometimes too, Your Honor, when you're overstressed, my mother called, she's 95 years old, and I drove faster to take her to the hospital. I sort of lost it, and can you just let this go for once, and then I will be controlled?
Okay, that'd be a no. My understanding is you spoke with...
Look at the attorney on the bottom right. It's, I can't see. It's Manny. It's fantastic.
The prosecutor. My understanding is you were going to plead to the impeding traffic. They were going to drop the charges down to an impeding traffic, and that you were going to plead responsible to that. If that's not what you wish to do, that's fine.
No, how much are the charges?
I'm not dismissing it. Pardon?
How much are the charges, Your Honor?
It would be an impeding is what, 180?
Yes, sir.
Is 180.
Okay, Your Honor, if you're not accepting it, so I guess I back off, I pay for it. I try to.
Well, I'm not doing, ma'am, understand something. I'm not doing anything. It's up to you. If you want to do it, you can do it. I'm telling you, if you're asking me to dismiss it, I'm not doing that. But you have a choice. You can head to a hearing on the original speeding charge, or you can accept the people's offer of impeding traffic. Those are your two options.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
What do you want to do?
I guess you're not, so I just pay for it. It's everything money, 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 Your Honor. I will pay for it. Money, money.
Ma'am,
Can't you just forget it for once?
Ma'am, I don't care about the money at this point. I need you to decide what you want to do.
I will pay for it.
So if it's about the money for you, that's one thing. And you can discuss that with me afterwards. But if you think I'm up here and it's about the money, you are flat blasted wrong.
I'm not saying you, Your Honor. I'm saying the whole, anyway. Okay,
So what do you want to do?
I waited 1 hour and a half. I will pay the $180.
Well, I've been up here 4 hours. So what do you want to do?
I just mentioned,
Judge Simpson is feeling it. I mean, he's got a lot of good lines in here. She deserves every one of them. Also, the sunglasses are really obnoxious in court. Take it off. It's not that bright. Show them your eyes.
I will pay the amount, $180. That's it.
Do you want to plead to the impeding traffic?
Of course, I went faster than I should have.
Ma'am, do you admit, let's make sure we got this all right, so this doesn't come back. Ma'am, do you admit responsibility to the fact that on May 24, 2022, at the location of eastbound Willis Road, Augusta Township, Washington County, State of Michigan, that you did operate a motor vehicle in a fashion in which you impeded traffic? Do you admit responsibility to that or not?
Yes, sir, I do.
Court will accept that admission of responsible.
God bless her. She at least got that right. She did get her plea in. She admits to the impeding traffic, which I'm sure is a lesser charge than the original one, and that's what they offered her.
Fines and costs of $180. Now, as the prosecutor indicated, you said that she had said that you might need time to pay it. Do you need time to pay that, ma'am?
No, sir.
Okay, so when can you pay this?
Now.
Ooh, you don't want, you know what? You better check that attitude. You don't want to do that with me. Not today. Not today.
You asked me, I said now.
Yeah, sometimes it's not what you say, it's the way you say it. Pay it out at the counter. Pay it out at the counter. I'm done.
Thank you, Judge.
Court calls case, People versus Rochelle Hatfield. Take that case down there. Make sure she pays it. Get her out of my courthouse. Now, Hatfield's up next. Come on, let's roll, Karen.
Caitlin Kirby on behalf of the people.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Dan
You don't want to go right now, do you?
I sure did.
You've seen it before, haven't
I
you?
sure did not, but I've got no choice. Ms. Hatfield, can you identify yourself?
Rochelle Hatfield, Your Honor. He does want to go. We have a resolution.
And don't forget to hit like and subscribe, or the dogs get it.
Okay, I want to thank Denise for this. She tried to record it. It's a little fuzzy. It's not you. It's the video that I have. I think she had Bronco record it. That's okay. I thank her for it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have it. But we're going over to Judge Marable's courtroom to see if anything goes better. Spoiler alert: it does not.
Please call it, Judge.
Okay. Back on the record in Person versus Johnson.
Okay, Judge, I went to the property. There's no key in the mailbox.
There's no key in the mailbox.
Correct. I've been to the property 3 times, and I asked the mailman because I happened to catch him over there. And he was just walking up to the mailbox, and he said there was no key in the mailbox as well when I checked.
Well, you didn't.
And the house is trashed.
Ms. Johnson, did you put the key in an envelope or just drop a metal key in the mailbox?
Just the key in the mailbox. It wasn't in it.
Okay. Well, is there a reason why you wouldn't put it in an envelope?
No.
Oh yeah. On Woodstock? Sure.
So now you understand why just dropping it without communicating is a problem.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Always be like a paper trail or something.
What?
I'm saying it should always be like a paper trail behind everything that you do.
She didn't get the key.
I understand.
Let's be really, really practical. She didn't get the key. You didn't give her the key. You know, I don't get it. I just don't understand. I just don't understand it. You know, something that was extremely simple to address has now become an issue.
Yes.
Because, you know, I mean, people refuse to communicate. People spend all day online and on Facebook and on Twitter and all this other kind of crap. People spend all day on this stuff, all night. And yet, you know, I just don't get it. I don't understand.
I don't know where he's going. Really
Okay,
don't.
well, Ms. Johnson, you're surrendering the premises to Miss Person today. Is that true?
Yeah.
There is nothing in the property that belongs to you at this point. Is that true?
No.
That's not true.
No, yes, that's true.
I tell you what, I'm not going to put words in your mouth.
No.
Why don't you speak in full sentences and state very, very clearly what your intent is regarding return of this property.
The rendering property over to Ms. Pearson, and all of our belongings are out of the property.
Okay. Ms. Pearson, did you hear that?
No, sir. Unfortunately, she was speaking low. I could not hear. Can you please repeat that?
The rendering over the property to Ms. Pearson, and also all of our belongings are out of the property.
Okay, so she don't have, so all the stuff that she left in the house, she don't want none of that? Cause she left a bit, so everything left in the house, cause it's not even gonna cover the damages that's done to the house, and I know that's another subject. So I will be taking her to court for that part, but so everything left in the house, I can just trash.
Yes.
Say it louder, ma'am.
Yes.
Why don't you, instead of a one-word answer, give a full sentence?
Yes.
Come, you know what? I think the microphone was over here. Come over here closer to the mic so that she can clearly hear you.
Anything that is left into the property, you can throw away.
There you go. Perfect. All right.
Okay, I heard you, Judge.
All right. So, are we okay to dismiss this?
Judge, I think that Ms. Person is maybe doing something else. She's speaking on a headset.
No, I hear you. I have the headset for court. I'm sorry.
You're in court here, ma'am.
You know, I give Katrina a hard time, but she's on top of this.
That's why I'm have the headset for the court on my phone, so it my background. That's what it is. That's what the headset is for. I'm sorry.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and.
Each time she addresses this court, she removes the headset. So I think she's trying to manage two courts at the same time.
Ma'am, I'm not. I hear you loud and clear.
Okay, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to dismiss the case without prejudice. Okay. She has stated on the record that the property is yours. So, or she's returned possession. So I think we don't have an issue now. Okay. I can't hear you, ma'am.
She's muted herself again and is looking off.
We don't
to the
have no
side like
issue.
she
I hear
has
you
another
loud and clear.
court.
I'm sorry. I did not know you was addressing me. I hear you loud and clear. So I have permission of the premises and I can change the locks, correct?
Yes. Yes, you can. Because if she were to say, I left the Stanley Cup and the Hope Diamond in the bathroom, and the Stanley Cup is under the kitchen cupboard, and the Super Bowl rings are, ma'am, you're doing something else. You're talking and you're not, no, something's going on.
She's muted us and she's talking to someone else.
I'm sorry, I was addressing my kids in the background, but I hear you loud and clear. I can hear you. You said I have possession of the property. If she left anything in the property, it will be my own. It will be my stuff. I'm sorry. I have kids running in the background that I was speaking to quiet down. So that's why I mute you,
Okay.
Judge.
All right, that's it then.
Okay, I have another
Thank you
question,
both.
Judge. Can you hear me?
I signed the dismissal already. I thought we were done.
Okay,
You're not
am
gonna
I
ask me
allowed
for
to ask you
legal
another
advice,
question?
Is it going to be asking for legal advice?
It sure is.
I could just go down to the legal services and ask for legal advice on how to obtain damages that's done to my property?
No, they're not going to help you because you're a landlord. You'd have to be a tenant.
Okay, so how do I go about obtaining damages done to the property? I'm already losing
I will
back rent.
I will make a suggestion to you, ma'am.
Yes.
There is a booklet that you can get at the public library and from your state legislators. And I don't have a copy of it right there.
Sure is.
I know I do.
Deliciously awful.
Oh, I know where it is. It's right here. Ma'am, there's a booklet called A Practical Guide. You can't see it.
I'm sure it's
But it's
online.
called A Practical Guide for Tenants and Landlords. And you can get it from your state rep or your state senator. You can get it usually at the public library. Where are they giving them up?
I have given.
Go to an attorney. They won't charge you anything. They'll say the woman's not collectible. Don't waste your time. Fix your stuff. Make better choices in the future. Next. I just gave it to you for free.
Someone to the clerks at the front counter.
I think they're even giving them out at this courthouse, I've been told. So,
Okay.
you know, I suggest you read up. And you can have one too, ma'am.
I have one good
You do have one of those. Where'd you get yours?
from legal services.
From Legal Services. There you go. Okay. Thank you both. Have a great rest of the day.
You need to fix your attitude too. For you to be a judge, you are very fucking rude. And goodbye.
Whoa! You're gonna be helped.
Oh, sweet Jesus. What?
182520.
Okay, I didn't cut the clip off. That was all the clip I had, but thank you again, Denise, so that I have that. I may have accidentally or on purpose dropped the clip of Lanice Bryant in there. I thought it fitting. All right, here we are. Here we are down in Texas. This poor guy. You got to look at this husband. He's been divorced from her for 2 years. And she has gone to the, what's her name? I can't remember. Pike Levy. She's gone to that school of annoying pro se litigation. Oh, let's see. Let's check it out.
Mr. Fung and Ms. Tong, you may turn on your cameras. All right. Mr. Fung, I believe this is you're set today on your motion to declare Ms. Tong a vexatious litigant and for temporary orders, correct?
No, just the first one. Just
Okay.
the motion to declare a vexatious litigant.
Okay. If you would like to proceed.
Yes, Your Honor. I'm here today to prove that Ms. Tong has been harassing me by using the court system, and she has been. We went through a divorce 2 years ago, and then a year later, she lost custody of her children because of her erratic behavior and not following the court order. And so now I have full custody of my children. But since that hearing, she has been filing multiple protective orders and modification, and to try to change the outcome of the hearing. And in my motion, I listed 5 instances of her recent lawsuits against me, and all of them were denied by the court by various judges. And
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, according to the Texas.
I've heard enough. I'm 100% Scott Fung is right by his presentation, but her presentation doesn't help at all. You'll see.
Civil Practice and Remedy Code, Section 11.054. A plaintiff can be declared a vexatious litigant if the defendant shows there's no reasonable possibility that the plaintiff will prevail in the current litigation, and one of the following is true. The number one is that the plaintiff is commenced, prosecuted, and maintained at least 5 civil actions as a pro se party in the 7 years immediately before the date of this motion. And I have evidence. I have exhibits in the box link. And so if the court reporter or somebody from the court can open that, that'd be great, because I cannot.
That's all right. We're going to get to that. So I just wanted an opening statement from you, and I'm sorry I wasn't clearer. And then I'm going to ask for an opening statement from Ms. Tong. Then we will go to the evidence, okay?
Okay.
Ms. Tong, I see that you filed a response to the motion to declare a vexatious litigant, and your response was filed on August 1st, correct?
Yes, I think before we move so fast to the vexatious, we have outstanding issues and something went wrong. Something went very wrong.
What outstanding issues do we have?
The vexatious litigant, you have to understand that we have a new systems implemented out. And so a lot of times hearing was, I was interrupted actually. And the issues raised were.
This is straight out of Sarah Pike Levy. The condescension, you have to understand, she says to a judge. The judge understands completely and has presided over all of this. Oh, my Lord.
It's not addressed, but we have a few, I think, important issues to pursue before we move on to the vexatious. Vexatious litigant was looked at the last hearing. It was denied.
I've looked at that. And I've looked at that and look, a couple of things. The docket note from Judge Burgess says it was denied without prejudice to Mr. Fung re-urging after this or other hearings. So it was denied. Without prejudice means Mr. Fung can go forward with it again. I also note that you were before me in June of this year seeking a TRO, which was denied. So I have lots of...
I guarantee you she doesn't need a TRO. That's complete harassment. Scott Fung wants nothing to do with her. I am 100% convinced. He has his kids. She's gone. He's happy. He just wants to move on.
Docket notes about it. So what other issues do you have before we take up the...
Right. I think the vexatious litigant was denied, and Mr. Fung filed... actually, in most of the suits, he was the initiator. I was only looking at the safety of the children and safety of myself and everybody else. So that's the priority. But his filing was denied. My filing was denied because of a procedural
What filing? And this is just opening statement. Let me start with
missing document, supporting document.
Ms. Fung, his motion was denied on July 17th. He is allowed to re-urge it. I'm looking at the judge's notes. So I'm going to go forward on his motion for vexatious litigant today. What other issues do you have to take up before I begin with the evidence?
You have to understand that he also took me out while I was pursuing appeal for the protective order. So do we then want to pile up on litigation when the person who is piled up taking all the consequences? The long story short, something went very wrong with the last order. And we have been...
Yeah, they should have granted his motion to name you as a vexatious litigant, so it would protect against this nonsense we're dealing with right now.
In putting all sorts of negative reports and consequence on me.
Thanks, Daylight.
Clause by clause, when if we look at totality, if we take a step back and take a look at how the order was made, we are not applying.
Ms. Tong,
if you got a cocktail, you might want to sip it because it's about to get bumpy.
Texas Family Code 154.
Hold on. Ms. Tong, your internet is really poor and you keep freezing up. So I'm missing part of what you're saying, and then your video is freezing up.
So a person with with monthly net resources being negative, I was being asked to pay the child support, I was being asked to pay attorney's fees, and on top of that, while I was pursuing appeal for protective orders, somebody called the police on me. Court of Appeals did extend our time, and now the vexatious litigant. When the
Ms. Tong, you are cutting out.
vexatious litigant that Mr. Fong filed.
Stop.
A minute.
Ms. Tong, stop, please.
Mr. Fong does not say anything here, but the entire time he's got this, you see what I've been dealing with? Look on his face. It's fabulous.
Your audio, your internet is terrible. I'm not hearing half of what you're saying. You're going to need to get on a better connection because I can't hear what you're trying to tell me. You keep freezing up. So,
continue.
So, where are you right now?
So the vexatious litigant was filed and denied.
Ms. Tong, are you hearing what I'm saying? Ms. Tong, do you hear what I'm saying? Ms. Tong, stop. Ms. Tong, you hear what I'm telling you? Stop talking and respond to me.
You cannot do.
Ms. Tong, stop.
This is exactly what happened in the previous hearing. Got us here. It needs to stop because we need this place to be better.
Stop talking and listen to me. Ms. Tong, I'm talking to you and you continue to talk. That is not acceptable. Please quit speaking when I'm speaking to you. All right? Do you hear me? Can you answer, please?
Scott Fung is like, oh yeah, she hears you. That's how she rolls, man.
Ms. Tong?
Yes.
All right.
We have management issues with several individuals.
Ms. Tong, I'm trying to address a technology issue. I can only hear half of what you are saying. So my question to you is, where are you right now? And what kind of internet connection do you have?
Nice.
I am in Travis County. I'm using the local, one of the best providers here.
Well, we can try again, but if it cuts out again.
Could you be any more vague and creepy, please?
I'm going to instruct you. You have to go to the courthouse and I get you on an internet connection.
Fourth Amendment emergency order from Supreme Court was violated multiple times throughout our divorce hearing.
Ms. Tong, stop. Ms. Tong, stop. You do not get to, I'm trying to deal with technology right now. We're not getting to the merits until I deal with technology. Do you understand me?
To make sure that's
Ms. Tong?
Yes.
Ms. Tong, apparently either you don't hear me or you continue to speak over me and intentionally not answer my questions. I can't tell which it is. Do you hear me?
Yes.
Did you hear me say that your internet keeps cutting out and I don't hear you well?
I hear you well.
I haven't been able to hear you when you're talking. So we're going to send you a phone number to call into Zoom because you keep freezing and I can't hear you. All right? Hold on. We're going to, my staff is getting me a phone number that you can use to call into this Zoom hearing so that I can hear what you're saying to me, because it's important that I hear what you're saying to me. All right? Do you hear me? Can you respond to my question? Is that all right? Do you have a phone you can?
We should distract from the gist of the subject matter.
Oh, Lord.
And we child who has been waiting. This should not go on.
Ms. Tong?
The injuries have been on the mom and the children.
She Continue.
no one would be
Oh,
willing
God.
to listen. This is exactly what happened in our past hearings.
Miss Tong, I'm trying to listen. The problem is your internet is bad and I hear about half the words you say.
I hear you crystal clear.
Then I'm going to give you a phone number that I want you to use. Do you have a phone that you can call into Zoom?
I do.
Do you have a piece of paper or do you pick up your phone so that you may call this number, please?
I'm ready when you are.
Oh, sweet Jesus. What?
Mr. Leonard, you're not the iPhone, are you?
I don't know how Lenny Bryant snuck in there again. I just don't know how that keeps happening. All right. Out to Kansas. We'll ride this out. This one's down a couple notches. This is just a good, easy, bad pro se.
Somebody fluffing pillows on iPhone. Not, what's your name? The person fluffing pillows. What's your name?
Ashley Mers.
Ashley Mers. Okay. Well, we'll put your, Missy, would you put her name on there? Okay. He apparently fails to appear. So bench warrant. Driving while suspended. Second, insurance and registration. $2,500. I'm going to make that a cash or surety. $2,500 cash or surety bond.
Okay.
Being in recess on Leonard, I will move on to Ashley Mers. She does happen to be next on the list alphabetically. On the record in 2022, TR 1439, State of Kansas versus Ashley Ann Mers. Butler County Attorney Darren DeVinny for the state. Ms. Mers in person and pro se.
Old iPhone pillow fluffer there.
Ms. Mers, in count one, you're accused of operating a motor vehicle without a seat belt. That is considered an unclassified misdemeanor. However, it does not carry jail time. It has a $30 sentence or fine. Then you have count two, driving in violation of restrictions pursuant to KSA 8.
I guess I should have mentioned that. That last clip got cut off. I got all I could, and then I was streaming. This morning, and then when I went back, it was gone. So that's just all the clip I had. If anyone knows the rest, put it in the chat.
245, also an unclassified misdemeanor, but it has a fine up to $500 and a potential jail sentence up to 6 months. How do you wish to proceed on these charges, Ms. Mers? Do you wish to enter a plea of guilty, admitting the charge, and proceed to sentencing, not guilty, and setting the matter for trial on a later date?
I didn't even think about this because I was actually more focused on the judges. But yeah, I guess this is all Karen's top to bottom.
Or no contest, which neither admits or denies the charge. With you standing mute, however, you would still be found guilty, most likely, of the charges.
I would like to plead not guilty to the violation of my restrictions.
Okay. And you want a trial set?
That's all I got.
Yes, please.
And are you going to have an attorney represent you on this?
Well, I will try my darndest, but I owe a lot of fines already.
Yes, you are familiar to the court. Do you want to apply for court appeal?
Judge Webster is very, very subtle there. She's like, yes, you are familiar to the court.
Appointed.
Yes, please.
Now, at the time of the ticket, you said you told the officer you were doing DoorDash at McDonald's. Are you employed at this time?
Am I what?
Do you have a job? Are you employed?
Oh, I actually just quit my one traveling job, and that was due to non-payment. I never received like 2 weeks of pay, so I'm not working there no more. But
maybe I don't know.
So no, I'm not employed at the time.
And your last job was 2 weeks ago for whom?
Atlas.
What does Atlas do? Is that a moving company?
Well, that's in Wichita, but this one is out of California, and they actually throw together the Dollar General stores and remodel them.
Okay. I'm going to appoint Attorney Darren Patterson. Do you have any cases set for hearing right now?
This is technically the last one, but I do believe I had another case pay or appear.
Did you fail to appear for it?
I honestly did. I went on there to pay through the Butler County website, and it said that I could not pay online, but it was still showing there. And then I have the same case number, like I said, still showing for the Butler attorneys out of Topeka because it was a bill collector for the same case number. So I'm puzzled on who to pay, I guess. I mean, I sent all the paperwork to Darren Patterson, who was the attorney on it, and
I'm going to appoint Darren Patterson on this one as well. His number is, are you ready?
Yes.
316-322-7700. Where are you right now, Miss Mers?
Oh,
I'm in.
Is that the poor attorney who gets everybody? I think it is. Oh man, he's got quite the roster. He really does.
El Dorado.
And what's your address there at El Dorado?
Mr. Fung's under control. He's all
Why?
good.
Because I asked for it.
It's 1202 South Ford.
Okay, 12 what?
1202 South Ford.
You're saying that way too fast for my old ears. Say that again.
Oops. I didn't mean to leave that in. Whatever.
1202 South Ford
anyway.
Street.
F-O-R-D?
Yes.
Well, I don't recall a meeting of Ford Street in El Dorado. 1202 South Ford, is that your home? Or
I'm going to translate that as I don't believe you.
are you just staying with someone at the moment? Okay. All right. And the case you failed to appear on was that 22 TR 1439?
No,
that's this one.
This was actually a 2019 matter. And I think you set the court cost or the fines to $700 and some, and then I go online and it says $958, which was the original amount for the bill collector. But now the bill collector is $1,300 and some because it gathers interest.
Okay, well, they've probably gone to collections, and you'll probably need to get those paid. But
I understand that. So which one do I pay the
call
Butler?
the clerk of the district court and ask the clerk those questions.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. If there's nothing further, well, we do need to set her court date, don't we? No, I did do that, or did I?
No, I don't think you did.
Okay. So if we could have a Monday for Mr. Patterson at 9 a.m.
You have October 3rd, October 17th.
Let's do October 3rd at 9 a.m. You need to be back. And I want you at the courthouse, Miss Mers, October 3rd. You said 3rd or 13th? 3rd?
3rd, Judge.
October 3rd, 9 a.m. And you do need to be at the courthouse Sallyport at that time.
Okay. And I just called Darren's office.
Right, and tell him you've got a new case, and give him the new case number and the new court date.
Okay, and
oh, he'll be excited.
Technically, I'm on 6 months non-reporting probation, but this happened before I was put on probation. But I recently just got arrested through the city of El Dorado for driving.
Stuff not to air in front of the judge. You have an appointment with an attorney. Shut your hole and talk to him, okay?
On suspension, which they dropped all that. I had court on last Monday or Tuesday, I don't remember, but they dropped it. I just have to pay court costs on that. But with me being on non-reporting probation, I didn't know who to report that to, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I want to I want to admit to some probation violations that no one's even charging me with yet. If we could just get that on the record today before I talk to my attorney, that'd be great.
I think, Mr. Devaney, if you want to follow that up,
That sounds like that was out of the municipal court.
but it could be a violation of her probation in the other case she's mentioned.
Sure, it's possible.
I mean, they did drop it because I still have my restricted license. I mean, it just cost me more bond money and everything else. I mean, it's a mess.
Okay, well, I don't.
She's proud of having a restricted license and bond money in the swing.
I can't address you on the city case other than if you have committed a new violation of the law, you could have violated your non-reporting probation in that other case. And
Which no one would have ever known about if you just shut your hole.
let me see if I can. I don't know if I can pull that up and see if I can work this.
I believe it was the 11th July 11th that I was taken to jail, and I got out the 12th of July.
Well, it looks like you have BU 2022 TR 35 filed on 1/3/22. But that says closed. You've had a 2020 TR 1218. We got a bunch of other things that I don't know which ones you're in reference to or not, but I just need you back here at that date and time, and then the rest of it, talk to Mr. Patterson about and see if he can sort through it with you.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Miss Mers. You may go at this time.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Missy, could you come here for just a minute? Mr. Patterson about and see if he can sort through it with you.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Miss Mers. You may go at this time.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, there you have it. That last clip I thought was pretty good, but it seems downright quaint by the time I collected some more today. That was just you know, garden variety stupid. The other stuff was up a notch. It was up a notch. Ms. Tong or whatever her name was. Oh Lord, I am convinced. I don't think her. I think there was some delay or something, but I don't think it was technical. I just think she refused to acknowledge anything the judge was saying and was going to carry on with her nonsense. And I imagine that to the extent that poor man had a marriage with her, it was exactly that. And then of course, Marable's courtroom, and we kicked it off with that woman in sunglasses trying to get snitty with Judge Simpson. That didn't work well at all. That didn't work well at all. All right, that's it. I'm taking tomorrow off, and you can't stop me. Unless you know what's up tomorrow. For those of you who saw it, the guy who tried to throw his life away in front of Judge Gauthier up in Sheboygan, that case is set for trial tomorrow. But I will tell you this, as an attorney, my guess is Big Dummy will get the message before then and run in and say, no, I want to take the plea deal. I want to take the plea deal. And the prosecution will say, fine. Maybe, unless they've got 7 witnesses up there. Or they may have done it in the interim. But if that actually goes and it's hot, then I might have to do that. Other than that, I'm taking the day off. Not like any of you care. No one's forced me to do any of this, and it's all been fun. So thanks a lot. I will see you soon. Fine tongue update. Good night.